coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to the classroom. Today we're not looking at any particular board game, but rather a whole bunch of games. We're going to be taking a look at word study in the classroom. So one of the things I love about the school that I work at is the people that I work with here. Such a dedicated and committed group of people that the other day we just had a meeting after school and stayed for about an hour afterwards just discussing how can we make our word study programs more effective in the classroom. I was invited to join even though it was a grade 3 team that was meeting because they wanted to pick my brains about some of the ideas for board games that we could be using. And that's what spawned the whole idea for me to do this program today. So whether you're a parent or a teacher, you're at some point going to be wanting to be helping your students, your children, with their language skills, with their reading skills, with developing, whether it's vocabulary, phonemic awareness, phonics, spelling, you name it. There's a range of things that we could be helping them with. And let's face it, the best way to do it is to practice over and over again until you get it. But the point is that kind of practice, needs to be meaningful, needs to be, interesting to them enough that they're going to want to do it, so they're not fighting you every step of the way, because who wants to do that? So what I want to show you today is a range of games that you can maybe use in your Daily 5 word program or at home that can help you with different skills in language and word study. So the first thing to consider is, what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve in the language study? Are you looking for building on root words with prefixes and suffixes? Are you looking at developing the vocabulary with synonyms and antonyms? Are you looking to improve their spelling? Deciding on what it is that you want to do with your word study program will then help you immensely to know what kind of games you should be looking at. Also being aware of the games that you have and what skills that they could help you with will then also make you aware of maybe what gaps you have in your game collection and what kinds of games you might want to be finding games to help out with. So being aware of the strategies and of the strategies that the games touch upon can really be a great benefit to you. So here I have a couple of games. I have Blurt and Apples to Apples Junior, Apples to Apples Kids. These two games would be ones that would be used for vocabulary development. I've already done a video for Apples to Apples Kids and shown how it has all the cards have synonyms on them to help you to develop not only the knowledge of the synonyms, but to make sure you understand what the words mean, and then the other kids are trying to match their cards, make those connections in the vocabulary. Blurt is a game I have not done yet, but will probably be doing in the near future. This game is one where the one person is reading off the definition to something. So they might be saying, a wrinkled dried grape. So the first person who can shout out the answer, raisin, will then get the point for that. So it's just helping kids to learn definitions just in a backwards way, which is part of what makes it so fun. So if you're looking to develop your spelling, you've got quite a range of games right here that you can use, and I'm sure there's plenty more out there. Let's start from this side and work our way over. So first one is Word on the Street. Again, a game I have not done yet, but one which has been lent to me by a friend of mine because he recognized the educational potential of this game. A fun game in which is kind of a tug of war of letters as you are spelling words. So I might spell the word comfortable and take all the letters in the center of the street that are there, like the C, the M, and move them one side over to my side of the street and eventually try to get them off the road on my side. Whereas then the other person might take a word like couch. So that C that I moved over for comfortable is now not only coming back into the middle of the road, it's now going one more to their side of the road because there's two C's in couch. So you see how that tug of war happens in Word on the Street. Paperback, I've already done a video on. Fantastic game. Use it all the time in my Daily 5 program. It is kind of like Scrabble, but it's a deck builder. You're buying new cards up. The kids really love this one, and it's a great one, easy one to include into a Daily 5 program. Bananagrams and my first Bananagrams are also ones that I've done in the channel already. Very much like Scrabble, where you can manipulate and move tiles around. You can spell words and manipulate the letters and move them without having to commit to the writing of them, which can sometimes be a bit onerous for the students. It can also be a good one if you are making word scrambles. You can take a word, scramble up the letters, and have them unscramble it with the things. All kinds of great things you can do with Bananagrams. It's a very popular game, and if you look out there on Pinterest and all over the internet, you'll find all kinds of games that other teachers have already created using Bananagram tiles. So, highly recommend Bananagrams. Final one I have for spelling is Boggle. Boggle's an oldie, but a goodie. I see a lot of my teaching colleagues using it here at the school. Sometimes they have pre-made ones with a theme, like say basketball, and you can see there's hoops and basket and ball in there, and shoes, and all these different things. Or you can just shake it up and make your own and see what kinds of things you can make out of it. However you choose to use Boggle, it's a great way, maybe even as a minds-on activity, just getting the kids coming in and seeing what can they find. It gets them activated, gets them interested, and it's, you know, it's a game. They love it. They want to play it. Do it. It's just a way to get thinking about some of those spelling words, and in this case, they could be writing them down in a language book or something. And the final game type I'd like to talk about is phonemic awareness. So this is where you're taking things within a word and being aware of the sounds that they're making, being able to break it down. So these games are great for that because, like in the My First Bananagrams, what's big difference between this and the regular Bananagrams is that you get those double letter tiles. So you can do the double vowel, like the EE, and what sound does that make, or even the EA, or the CH, get into those consonant digraphs. Being aware of those sounds of letters and the sounds of groupings of letters and what they make can then be a big step into, you know, full-on reading. Upwards does the same thing. Upwards is very much like Scrabble, but as you're laying the tiles onto the grid, you can actually stack them on top of each other to start to see the different combinations of things that you do. So if you have the EAT, you know, eat, you can put the M in front of it for meat. Put an S on top of the M for seat. Put a F on top of the M for feet. And and so on. Just keep on. You can build the words up and start changing letters. It's a more manipulative type of Scrabble game, which allows the students to be a little more flexible and fluid with how they play with the letters. And the bingo games, I mean, everybody knows bingo. And in bingo games, you have all kinds of different bingo games that are out there. In this case, this is a homophone bingo, where all the words sound the same: not and not, no and no, here, here, and so on. But you can get prefix and suffix bingo. You can get you know, all just different kinds. You look out there. There's a type of bingo for your word study need. So that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully there's something in here that you found useful and helpful. Maybe there's some ideas you have now to get some more board games into your classroom to help out with your word study program. Whether you do it for bell work or for doing your Daily 5 program, or it's just a way of introducing this into the classroom in some other way. Maybe you're a parent at home and want to play some of these games with your kids just to help to develop some of these language skills. If so, excellent. If you have any questions about the games, or if you have any specific requests, maybe you're looking for a game that teaches about synonyms and antonyms, or prefixes, suffixes, and root words. If you have specific questions about specific skills within word study, leave me a message in the comment section below. It would also be helpful if you tell me what age range or grade level that you're looking at to work with, and then I will look into that and get right back to you. But until next time, I'm Craig Thompson Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me? We could